Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Corpse Party Book of Shadows. Now we're gonna be doing something a little bit ditzy. I don't freaking know. Let's see.
It's a sack of folded up Japanese-style croutons.
これ何？これポラロイドカメラ？
Vertigo has found an old, oversized piece of camera lying around somewhere. It was holding it triumphantly in her hands.
Da-da-da-da.
I found something, big sis.
眩しい。びっくりした。まだ使えるんだね。
Cute.
Thank you.
持って行ってもいい？いいけど、重いよ。
Right! Look, it's Santa Claus! Dad, the lights cap! Well, I'm going to get him this time for sure!
大丈夫。嬉しいな。
Smiling from ear to ear, Vertigo carefully examined every inch of that camera. She was an innocent little girl with a brand new toy.
お姉ちゃん、幸子疲れちゃった。あの布団使えたら一休みしようか。うん。
Thankfully, tiptoeing across the stone floor, nursing my sore and bloody foot, the whole while I snaked my way over to the futons. I didn't much like the idea of sleeping in the same room as a dead child, but I had to admit I was pretty exhausted too.
ちょっと湿っててカビ臭いけど、敷いたら横になれるよ。
You should probably get, you need to get that nail out soon, because they're gonna get lockjaw afterwards.
眠い。よし、じゃあ今敷くからね。
As soon as the futon was on the ground, as flat as it would go, Satsuko sprawled out on it. It wasn't long before her eyes started drooping.
わーよ、布団だ。
To see this innocent little girl joyously stretching out to take a nap was enough to lift my spirits and renew my hope.
Seriously, there needs to be a frickin' OVA on this. I'm being completely honest. We have Tortured Souls. Why can't we have Book of Shadows? Am I right? Maybe we have the epilogue at the end of the episode where Naomi started talking to her so-called friend by her mother. That was at the beginning of this game. Why can't they do that? Well, they might have new episodes, but more episodes, but still, they need to make an OVA of Book of Shadows.
幸子ちゃんがいてくれてよかった。ありがとうお姉ちゃん。こちらこそだよ幸子ちゃん。だって今ここにあなたがいてくれなかったら。
She really must have been tired. She was out like a light the second her head touched the bedding.
かわいいなもう。床もねよ。ずっと歩いてたし。目覚めたらお家だといいな。
I woke to find myself being shaken. Satsuko was trying to get me up, and her expression had gone white as a sheet.
お姉ちゃん。お姉ちゃん。何？
She was on the verge of tears. Something seemed to have really spooked her. Did that huge man find us? Was she attacked?
どうしたの？落ち着いて話して。髪留めなくしちゃったの。髪留め？起きたらなかったの。なんだ、そんなことか。そんなこと。
Don't mess with her.
あ、ごめんね。もっと怖いことかと。どこに落としたの？すぐ探せばあるよ、きっと。
Two of us searched every last inch of the room, me with the wounded foot, but we came up empty-handed.
幸子ちゃん、お姉ちゃんはどうすればいいかな？
The entire time we searched, Satoko hadn't said a word. I was hoping evoking our sisterly bond might help cheer her up.
髪が目に入って痛い。その髪飾り、ちょうだい。
She raised her right hand slowly and pointed to my headband.
これは、ごめんね。これはあげられないの。
As soon as I refused, Satoko let out a faint, unworldly groan. In the next moment, her face distorted and changed. She was no longer looked like an innocent little girl. She looked well and truly like a demon now.
幸子ちゃん？よこせ。よこせ。
The look in her eyes alone sent chills down my spine. These were the eyes of someone who meant me harm, who was perfectly capable of inflicting it.
どうしよう。
Headband? Or stand firm? I feel like there's gonna be two ends here, and good God, I've been playing for 19 hours? Good God! First, I'm gonna... let's see. I don't know. Maybe I should give it first and then... No, I'm gonna stand firm, because I know there's gonna be a bit more gameplay to it when I give...
Satoko was continuing to groan, under her breath, fearing what she might be capable of. I desperately tried to console her.
幸子ちゃん、聞いて、幸子ちゃん。これは、お母さんに買ってもらったばかりの大事なものなの。だから。お母さん？
Somehow or another, it seemed to quell her anger. Her facial expression snapped back to that of a gentle, kind girl I'd been talking to all this time.
そうなの。だからあげられなくて、ごめんね。お母さんからの？
She was oddly receptive to this exploration, and even seemed fascinated by it. Maybe I'd caused her to remember something about her own mother. She was a little girl after all, so her mom was probably really dear to her in her life.
お母さん。お母さん。
She looked like she was on the verge of tears again. I was beginning to feel bad that I even broached the subject.
ごめんね。いいの。
She still seemed a bit sad, but she nodded. Maybe she understood that I wouldn't give her my headband. Maybe she was okay with it.
Alright.
She wasn't even looking at me anymore. Must have really upset her.
幸子ちゃん。カチューシャはあげられないけど、他のものならいいよ。他のもの？私にできることなんて少ないけど。他のもの。じゃあ、ここ。でも、ここは、もう、入りたくない。あ、幸子ちゃん。
There a moment, hesitation. But I'm a moment hesitation. Jessica just opened the door and walked right in. I didn't even have an opportunity to stop her.
どうしよう。
The first thing I noticed when I entered the room was Satika's form sprawled out on the ground at the foot of the body pool. She was twitching a bit and moaning again, but this time it sounded more like a moan of pain than of anger.
幸子ちゃん？幸子ちゃん、大丈夫？幸子ちゃん。
He stepped over her and turned around so as to put the decaying body behind my back. And out of my sight, it started shaking her. Felt like I absolutely needed to snap her out of wherever this was before something terrible happened.
お姉ちゃん。よかった。気がつ。
I could feel her tiny, cold hands on my abdomen, through the thin cloth of my skirt. She was pushing me backward with tremendous force.
触るな。
I lost my balance and almost instantly and toppled over. It somehow felt like my fall occurred in slow motion. The walls and ceiling of the room grew more and more distant. But it happened gradually. Then I fell into the mercury liquid on my back. I heard the splash. I was in a pool of bodies.
Oh, that's great. Don't kill Yuka off. Come on, man.
Because I fell backward, it took me far too long to regain my bearings. I was submerged in that horrible tainted water, close to drowning. I finally broke through the surface, dodging the many distraught eyeballs that were floating on it like peas in a chicken soup.
Whoa, that's a bad comparison.
Each one wrapped in dull red bouncy veins. I didn't even want to think about what was in all of the water that I'd swallowed. Unfortunately, most of it was still on my tongue. And my mouth was filled with tiny bits of pieces of other human beings. The taste was overwhelming. I was gagging and belching so hard, it felt like I was going to regurgitate all my internal organs.
Oh, really?
I tried to scream, but could barely get any sound past the foul, lumpy stew in my mouth.
お姉ちゃん汚い。やだ。ゲロ吐いてる。
I was losing consciousness fast, and I remember silently praying, silently hoping that this was all just a dream. As the world faded from me, kept focusing on that one last wish. Please let me wake up in my bed.
お姉ちゃん、捕まって。幸子ちゃん。
I had no other choice. I grabbed Sachiko's outstretched arm and marveled again at her strength as she effortlessly pulled me out of the water. My entire body, from head to toe, was covered in sticky, goopy chunks of unidentifiable human flesh from countless different people.
お姉ちゃん、頭にも何かついてるよ。何か
Slowly, hesitantly, I raised my head to my head and feel around it to determine what this something might be. I wasn't looking forward to the answer. What I felt was a huge clump of matter stuck in my hair, and was touching it lightly caused some of it to stick to my hand as well.
Matter.
It was a massive ball of fingers and toes.
Oh my god! How could that even be possible? A ball of fingers. How the hell is that even possible? Yeah.
やだー。お姉ちゃん、まだついてるよ。
Uh-oh.
The severed digits were all so sticky and slimy that they got completely wrapped up in my hair. Like rollers, they wouldn't even clean up easily.
Uh-oh.
落ち着いてお姉ちゃん。お姉ちゃん。
I must have passed out, because when I came to, I was lying on the ground with Sachiko looking over me.
お姉ちゃん、ごめんなさい。
She was on the verge of tears again. But wasn't that her voice I heard giggling at me? If not, then whose was it?
気のせいだったのかな。
That had to be it. The sweet little girl couldn't possibly have been that twisted.
Yeah, there's two sides of her. Which means I was playing like a fool the entire time. I actually had to believe that she was faking all of it. There's two sides of her. How could I forget that? Honestly. I knew this all along, but then I realized I forgot.
大丈夫だよ。
I didn't care how filthy I was, as long as Sachiko was alright. That was all that mattered. Yes, she was my little sister now. After all, I had to take care of her. I had to look after her.
Boop, boop, boom.
お姉ちゃん遅いよ。待って、幸子ちゃん。どうしちゃったんだろう。足が重い。
Well, Sachiko had roped up in the lead, and I was following her blindly, struggling to keep up with her blistering pace.
お姉ちゃん、汚い。もっと離れてよ。
I looked down at my uniform. Sure enough, it was soaked through with the blood of those poor victims in the body pool. It smelled really awful.
そうだよね。 ごめんね。
I didn't recall saying that, or even trying to say that. It's like my mouth was moving on its own, speaking someone else's thoughts.
お姉ちゃんってほんとのろまだよね。ほんとだね。
If this was how she was going to treat me, then why was I being so nice to her? Why was I being so nice to her? Why was I doing whatever she asked of me? It was bothering me, and yet it wasn't. I honestly didn't care anymore. I was content just to follow this abusive little girl to the ends of the earth. How long have I been walking? I wondered.
幸子ちゃん、まだ歩くの？
I was following Sachiko despite myself. He had no idea how much time had passed, but it felt like an eternity. And she had completely stopped answering any of my questions.
もういいや。
She came to a house.
どうしたの？幸子ちゃん。
She turned and looked up at me with wide, innocent eyes.
幸子ね、欲しいものがあるの。なに？
What is it going to be this time? I honestly didn't want to know, but the question came out of my mouth anyway, and so did this.
幸子ちゃんになら何でもあげるよ。じゃあ次はね。
Oh, jeez.
命をちょうだい。
Oh.
Somehow, some part of me knew this was coming. It's only a matter of time.
それはダメし
Once again, I couldn't seem to control the words coming out of my mouth. I just said whatever I wanted to say, regardless of how I felt.
私の命あげるの？
What?
She was laughing again.
What the hell? Is that what she actually said? No, that couldn't be what she said.
There was wild, crazy laughter. She was ecstatic.
ダメどうして？何でもくれるんだよね。お姉ちゃんだもん。ね。
Sachiko's smile almost seemed too twinkle. They did not wait as a corner. Almost seemed too twinkle. She had the face of an angel. But it was all just a mask.
怖い。やだよ。
I mustered all the strength I had, tried with whatever life was left in me, and renounced her words and resisted pull. There was no hope for me anymore, but I still clung to what I could. If I could just reject her statement and just tell her she was wrong.
いや、ダメ。は？冗談はやめて。ね。早くお兄ちゃんを探そう。お兄ちゃんならきっと何とかしてくれるから。ね。だからお兄ちゃんを。お兄ちゃん？そうだよ。私はお兄ちゃんみたいになれないけど頑張るから。兄ちゃんってうるさいんだよ。早くよこせ。殺してやる。殺して首に殺してやる。
Oh my god!
早く死ねー。幸子ちゃん。
My body shook and spasmed uncontrollably. I was being overtaken by an invisible force. It was compelling me to speak and to say what would be my very last words on this earth. Suicide note, when you get right down to it. When you get right down to it.
しょうがないな。いいよ。あげる。私の命。幸子ちゃんにあげる。
Oh my.
It was instantaneous. With one single blow, my skull was cracked, wide open, and blood splattered far and wide. I could feel blood trickling out of my nostrils in my right ear. My brain was jutting up from inside my head, full explosive to the air. But I was still conscious. I could still feel everything.
Told you I didn't trust her.
I saw a bright flash of light and realized she'd just taken my picture with that instant camera she had been holding all to me.
Jeez. Good God, man.
綺麗な写真が撮れた。いやしい女。
Tactical was such a cute little girl before. Now her face was just twisted into a hateful, spiteful grimace as she looked down on me in contempt.
そうだ。これお兄ちゃんに見せてあげよう。何でもくれるって言ったでしょ。もう、私のお兄ちゃん。
Tactical began petting my sticky, matted head with her coarse, sticky hands in a mockery of my previous gentleness with her.
汚い顔。本当はこれを取り上げるのが目的だったんだよね。
Let's grab the paper from the charm.
お姉ちゃんとはまた遊びたいから、ファクトにはしないであげる。また遊ぼうね、ゆかお姉ちゃん。
What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean, seriously? I think I have enough time to try and make it out. Alright, let's try giving it instead. I don't know what might happen, but it's at least to try and not kill me. Headband? Let's give it.
しょうがないな。じゃあ、あげるね。
I pulled the headband from my hair and handed it to Sachiko. I basically shut down at this point. My instincts had taken over. I was running on autopilot. The act of heading over the headbutt was almost robotic. That was far removed from the innocent giggle I've heard about up till now. I didn't even care. I was done. Whatever she wanted, I'd give her. Whatever she asked me to do, I'd do.
そんなに嬉しいの？よかった。
The second I said that, Sachiko stopped laughing. As if to say that you're glad. As if to say you're glad that it didn't make me happy at all.
ねえ、その髪の毛もくれるでしょ？髪の毛？そう、お姉ちゃんの髪の毛。幸子、髪の毛欲しいな。
That's great.
え？どうするの？髪の毛なんて。
Sachiko got up on her tippy toes and stretched herself as tall as she could. Managed to clamp down on my hair with her tiny hands and began pulling. Instantly, my entire world was pain. I was screaming and crying. I just wanted to roll around on the floor until it all went away. It was agony.
Hopefully this prevents Yuka from dying. That's all I want to say.
I could feel something warm running down my cheek, from the top of my head to my chin. There were 2 streams, then 3, then 4. It wasn't just hair Sachiko had pulled out of my head. Somehow, those tiny hands of hers basically scalped me. How could a little girl have that much strength in her?
Well, it'll grow back. They're saying, yeah.
The entire top half of my head throbbed. If I had a mirror, I'd probably faint just by seeing myself in it. The pain was making me dizzy. I was probably losing a lot of blood. I knew I'd pass out sooner or later, so I called up for my big brother. I have no idea if I'd actually make any sound. If I actually made any sound, but in my mind, I was screaming. After all this, why was I still doing what she told me to? Why was I still listening to her? A wave of sadness washed over me. The top of my head hurt. I knew I had a lot of it. I knew a lot of it was missing. Sachiko was someone to be feared. If only I figured that out a little sooner. How long have I been walking, I wondered.
This will give me the same ending though, right?
I was followed by Sachiko despite myself. No idea how much time had passed, but it felt like an eternity. I could completely stop answering any of my questions.
もういいや。
Came to a halt.
どうしたの、幸子ちゃん。
She turned and looked up at me with wide, innocent eyes.
幸子ね、欲しいものがあるの。何？
What was it going to be this time? I honestly didn't want to know, but the question came out of my mouth anyway. And so did this.
幸子ちゃんになら何でもあげるよ。じゃあ次はね、命をちょうだい。命？
Somehow, some part of me knew that this was coming. It was only a matter of time.
それは
Once again, I couldn't seem to control the words coming out of my mouth. Just said whatever it wanted to say, regardless of how I felt.
私の命あげるの？
I don't know if it's okay to skip this, but I'm gonna try anyway. In the last game, she didn't die. Now did she? In the last game, she didn't die. Now did she? In the last game, she didn't...